So in plants, first we have seen meristematic tissues. Meristematic tissues, we have seen three types of meristematic tissues: apical, lateral, and intercalary. And the next type of tissue is permanent tissue. In permanent tissue, we have seen two types of permanent tissues: simple tissues and complex tissues. Now we will see the last one, that is complex tissues. The features. The name complex came because they are made up of two or more kinds of different kinds of cells that work together as a unit. They are made up of two or more different kinds of cells that work together as a unit. So more than one type of cell is there. That is why it is known as complex. Now we'll see in plants. Xylem and phloem are two complex tissues. These are the two types of cells. Xylem and phloem are two complex tissues. We'll see xylem and phloem helps in the transportation of food, water and minerals throughout the plant. So hence they are also called conducting tissues. The xylem and phloem, what is the main function? Transportation of not only food, water also and minerals also. Because the water they are getting from the soil and it is used by leaves. From soil the water needs to reach in the leaves. Leaves will be sometimes some plants are having more than 50, 60, 100 feet. On that much height, in top part also you can see leaves. There the water needs to reach there. So who is transporting this water from soil to the roots are absorbing, and after absorbing is transporting by the tissue called xylem and phloem. So these are the transporting tissue cells. Now we'll see one by one. The xylem, XYLEM. The main function of xylem is to conduct water and dissolved mineral salts upward from the roots to the leaves. Keep in mind, it's the main function of xylem. Xylem is conducting water from where to where? From roots to the leaves. Roots to the leaves. Water, in water, we know that water is a universal solvent. So water will dissolve so many things. All these minerals like calcium, phosphorus, whatever, potassium, everything will be dissolved in this water. This dissolved water only, this xylem is, roots are absorbing, then the roots will hand over to the xylem vessels. The xylem vessels will carry this to the leaves. Okay. Now, the main elements of a xylem. What are the parts of xylem? Two main elements are there. It's called tracheids and vessels. Tracheids and vessels are the two main parts of, or two main element of xylem. Now, the third property of xylem is xylem have thick cell walls composed of lignin. Thick cell walls. The xylem vessels have very thick cell walls. It is made up of lignin. Now, the last, protoplasm is absent in xylem. You keep in mind, protoplasm is absent in xylem. Protoplasm means that inside the living part of the cell is absent in xylem. The next is phloem. The main function of phloem is to carry dissolved food substances from leaves to the body parts. So once through xylem vessels, once the water is reaching the leaves will prepare food in the presence of sunlight. That process we have seen is called photosynthesis. After photosynthesis, the leaves prepared food. The chlorophyll present in the leaves prepared food. Then this food need to reach every part of the plant body, not only to the leaves, to stem, different branches, new fruits, roots also requires food. So all these get transported by another pipe. Another person is transporting this food, dissolved food, and it is called phloem. The first main function. So xylem is transporting water from where to where? From roots to leaves. Phloem is transporting dissolved food from leaves to different body parts. Keep in mind. The main elements of phloem are, now how this phloem is made up of. Mainly two parts are there, like xylem also two parts. Here the two parts, here also two parts are there. It's called sieve tubes and companion cells. Sieve tubes and companion cells. These are the two parts. In xylem is tracheids and vessels. But here in phloem is sieve tubes and companion cells. And they are thin walls made up of cellulose. In xylem, they are thick wall made up of lignin. But here in phloem, they are thin walls made up of cellulose. The phloem is made up of cellulose, xylem is made up of lignin. So keep in mind, you may get question the difference between xylem and phloem. First difference is the xylem transport water and dissolved minerals from roots to leaves, but the phloem transports dissolved food substance from leaves to different body parts. The main elements of xylem is tracheids and vessels, but in phloem is sieve tubes and companion cells. And here in xylem we have seen protoplasm is absent, but here protoplasm is present. In phloem, the protoplasm is present in phloem cell, and they have thin cell walls made up of cellulose. But in xylem, they have thick cell walls made up of lignin. Protoplasm is absent, but here the protoplasm is present. Now we will see the differences between xylem and phloem. First difference, xylem it is primarily made up of dead cells, but phloem it is primarily made up of living cells. Xylem is dead cell, phloem is living cell. In xylem, the cell walls are thick. Second difference, in phloem the cell walls are thin. And third difference, the xylem transports water and minerals from roots to leaves, but phloem it transports dissolved fruit from leaves to all other parts. Clear? So just study these three differences between xylem and phloem. The xylem, first difference is how it is made up of. Xylem is made up of dead cells. Phloem is made up of living cells. Xylem is thick cell wall. In phloem, thin cell wall. Xylem transports water and minerals from roots to leaves. Phloem transports dissolved food from leaves to all other parts. Now, we'll do some exercises. First, in exercise questions, first you'll try to solve this, match the following. So here I gave some questions: cuticle, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, xylem, phloem. Answers also you can see: lignin, mostly living cells, thickened at corners, epidermis, mostly dead cells, intercellular spaces present. Okay, here the below I gave the answers also, but before checking the answers here, what I gave here, you try to solve first by yourself. Then you can check whether your answer is correct or not. Okay, so do it sincerely. So answers, we'll see. First question, cuticle. Here in this six options, lignin, mostly living cell, thickened corners, like that. In the six options, which one is the correct answer? Cuticle. Here the fourth option is epidermis, where the cuticle is found. Cuticle is produced by epidermis, and it's a what is cuticle? It's a waxy coating. So it is found connected with epidermis. The first answer is A's answer is number 4. B parenchyma. Here parenchyma, among the six options, the last option, sixth option, intercellular spaces present. That is matching with parenchyma. Intercellular, the space between two cells, that group of cells, they are in parenchyma cells only. So the sixth option is matching with parenchyma. Now third is C is collenchyma. Collenchyma is matching with the straight away. The third one is the answer. The corners of the collenchyma cells are thickened. So straight away the third one is answer. Now fourth question, D, sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma's answer, we have seen the cells are connected, pasted each other by using a paste. What is the name of that paste? Is called lignin. Lignin. So first one is the answer for sclerenchyma. Now phloem and xylem. So two properties while explaining I told you. In one is having living cells and other one is having dead cells. Which one is having living cell? Xylem or phloem? So xylem contains mostly dead cells. So fifth one is the answer. And phloem contains mostly living cells. Second one is the answer for phloem. Like that you check yourself all other terms like this. Now we'll see some, name the following. First one, a simple tissue consisting of dead cells. A simple tissue consisting of dead cells. So in simple tissue, sclerenchyma is coming under the simple permanent tissue. The simple tissue consisting of dead cell is called sclerenchyma, dead cells. Second is the type of parenchyma that contain chloroplast. We have seen in the class, we have seen chloroplast is containing, the chlorophyll is containing the, which type of parenchyma it is called? Chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma. The next is, third one is plant tissues made up of mostly dead cells which are lignified. Lignified means which are connected with the paste called lignin. Do you remember lignin? Which type? The plant tissues made up of dead cells? It is xylem is the answer. And fourth is tissue forming outer covering of roots, stem and leaves. The parts of plant parts. What is the outer covering? Name of outer covering is called epidermis. Dermal tissues we have seen. The next, the waxy coating secreted by the leaf epidermis. What is the name of that waxy coating? It's called cuticle, to prevent the loss of water and all. The name is called cuticle. Sixth, cotton fibers are, you have seen examples. Cotton fibers are sclerenchyma cells. Now, the last seventh question is, what is the function of collenchyma? The function of collenchyma is mechanical, giving mechanical support to the plant. Mechanical support is the function of collenchyma. Eighth question, xylem and phloem together make up dash. Xylem and phloem together make up the complex tissues. 9. The outermost waxy coating of epidermis is called waxy coating. Waxy coating, you need to come in your mind. When you are hearing about waxy coating, the name need to come in your mind is called cuticle. Cuticle. And the 10th question, the last question is, sieve tubes and companion cells are found in dash. Phloem is the answer. We have seen the xylem is made up of tracheids and vessels. Like that, the phloem is made up of sieve tubes and companion cells. Okay, dear children, by this, the plant parts, this tissues, so the tissues, plant tissues are over by this. Now we need to study about the next only. Now just revise all these chapters.